Hey guys, Baratus here, and welcome back to Forever Stranded. I've done a lot since the last recording, and I've also got a few things I want to do here first. We used our fancy Manulan broadsword a couple of recordings ago, and I wasn't too impressed with the poisonous trait on it, on the handle, on the wide guard rather. So I think we're going to swap it out for Electrum and see how shocking goes instead of poisonous. Poisonous was nice, but the fact that it doesn't work on skeletons and zombies kind of made me think, well, what's really the point of having it on there since those are what we're most often fighting? I also want to put a toolkit on it, which should give us another modifier, since we don't have any on there anymore. And then I think it was Enderpearl and Obsidian should give us Beheading 1. So we'll have a 10% chance to get mob heads, which is good because we want to use this to kill Endermen. So other things I've done between recordings, I've extended these farms out. I'm still working on getting more fertilized dirt for these sections. You don't actually need the water for the fertilized earth, but because the light levels were getting a bit low in these areas, I decided to just put them in anyway. And that way, if we change the crops and we need to change these back to normal dirt, they're just already there and set up. But that's good. And up here, we let's see, we started running into the cap on industrial fiber, so I increased the size of that drawer, and then set up an auto crafter for string from that. Because I figure once that fills up, we'll craft string, and once string fills up, we can send string into the dirt barrels and get that going. We're up to 36 stacks of dirt. It's starting to grow pretty quickly now. We got another Ender Lily. I think it must have just been when it harvested because it was just sitting in here. So it appears we can sometimes get extra Ender Lilies. I also want to try this red orchid, now that we've got some redstone blocks for it. So if I put him here, plant him. So apparently when these grow, you get redstone from them. And I'm hoping it works like the Ender Lily, and we can just have it set up here, without any planting set up for this corner, and it'll just harvest it. But we'll see. Oh, I actually didn't realize I left that unlit. Just take some dirt. So the tree farm did end up wiping out part of the log structure of this building. I think it must have been on that corner because it just chopped like everything down to about halfway along this side and all the logs around that bottom section. So that was good. I've since put a bit of cobble, you might have seen in the corner there, and didn't build the logs up on the corner as high as last time. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But the main thing I've been working on, I built a bunch more capacitors, so we're up to 18 million RF stored now. I've expanded our ME network a bit. I put an interface terminal in here and set him up. But let's go downstairs and have a look at what I've done down here. So there's a lot of stuff going on now. So first of all, I got rid of the hammers here. So we're just processing all the crushed and broken ores into blocks and just smelting them all down. I was starting to run into issues where the hammers here weren't able to keep up with the output from the heavy sieves, and I decided that like the small amount of bonus ore we get for doing this hammer cycle just wasn't worth the troubles I was going to have to go through to sort of get this running fast enough to be efficient. So we're just going to smelt up everything, and that seems to be working fine now. I set this basic drawer up with a storage downgrade, so it only holds a single iron mesh, and it's got a export bus with a crafting card on it, which is allowed to craft iron meshes. So it just always crafts an iron mesh and keeps it in here, and when one of these runs out, it restocks it. So that's been very good. I did mess up when I first set it up, and I've got like 10 or 20 iron meshes sitting in the ME network at the moment, but they'll work their way down eventually. So here is the auto crafting for pure crystals and Fluix crystals. So it's using the same interface that we're inputting from here. We're also using it to craft out into this interface. So this is actually a couple of self-contained networks. So this red line receives the seeds, I think it is, and the parts for the Fluix crystals, sends them up into that formation plane, which drops them in the water. We've then got this orange network here, which has 3 level emitters that are set for if each of these crystals is crafting, it emits, which powers the growth accelerators, which makes them grow faster. So it only turns the accelerators on if it's doing the pure crystals. If it's just doing Fluix crystals, it doesn't bother because they're pretty quick anyway. And then there's an annihilation plane on the bottom, which I had to go look it up. I can't remember the name of the guy that made the video, but there was a couple of YouTube videos I found that went through how to set this up, because the old method using the extra utilities world interaction upgrades don't work because there's no world interaction upgrade anymore, so you can't do that. But instead you have to set up an ME chest with a storage cell that's been partitioned to only accept pure crystals and Fluix crystals, and that way the annihilation plane won't suck up items if there's nowhere for it to put them. So they just sit in there until they're ready, then they get sucked into here, and then there's an export bus on here with a couple acceleration cards just to keep it going, that just exports back into this interface and back into our network proper. So we can automate crystals now. I also set this up here to automate the inscribers making the processes. So we've got 2 metal formers here, one set to rolling and one set to extruding. The extruding one can create our cables, and the rolling one can make our plates and our item casings. So I also went and set up and built an MFSU, which was really expensive, and a 512 energy converter, because I found once I had 6 overclocker upgrades in here. I originally had 12 of these made, but I accidentally blew a machine up and lost half of them, so I'll need to make some more of them. But yeah, when they have enough upgrades in them to go at a decent speed, they would drain their batteries, and the 512 wasn't enough, so I've set the MFSU up so it's outputting at 2048, which I did some tests in a creative world, and I think I can put these up to like 10 upgrades, which is really fast, and they'll still keep up with the power. But we need to have this MFSU buffer there because the 512 outputs just aren't enough for it. And then over here we got the alloy smelter and the sag mill, which I think we already had. I think we had the smelter last time. But they're just ready to start crafting, and I'm trying out a new setup for the interfaces. So these are going to be 8 long interfaces surrounded with molecular assemblers once I've got them crafted up. And I've got so far 2 rows ready to go. So I'm using P2P tunnels as well to save up on channels. So this black cable is actually a separate network. It's not connected to the main network. It's only getting power through this quartz fiber. And then we have this dense cable, which is sending 32 channels into the P2P network, P2P tunnel. And then each of these ones is connected to that same tunnel, and they just output a regular cable. So they output 8 channels. So we can do 8 of these, and then 8 of these, and they all go into the tunnel, and then they all come out at the same point. So they're only using one side of the ME controller. So that was pretty fun to set up. I think it's a pretty efficient way of doing it from what I've seen. I had to look up a few bits and pieces. The next thing I'm working on is getting a better crafting computer. because this one is pretty lacking at the moment, but I've got an idea of what to do. We just need more resources before we can do it, and I'm currently waiting for redstone to accumulate up again. But yeah, so today, what I was thinking we might do is, first of all, I want to make a magnet. That's right. So we can make a... Oh, there's a ring of magnetizing. Nori crystals. Interesting. I might just go for this one, though. Good old electromagnet from Ender.io. So I'm guessing we don't have... Oh, we do have the conductive iron. Good, so we just need a vibrant crystal, and done. Easy. Wow, that was really easy. I'll get you charged up, as well. Yeah, so that's good. I think you just right click to turn him on, right? Yep. And just put him in a bauble slot. I won't go there. Oh, he's an amulet bauble. Okay. Oh, wow, you can see it on my neck. That's cool. It's on the back of my neck now. Oh, that's neat. Okay, so we got that. I am a little worried it's going to interact oddly with our crystal growth chamber thing, but hopefully the glass container around that will keep that safe. Yeah, we'll see how that interacts later on. So through all of that crafting stuff, we're now able to craft processors pretty easily. They take a little bit of time just because of the rolling machines running through and the crystal growth that needs to do that. But we can just craft a bunch of stuff now pretty easily. Same with assemblers, interfaces, and I'm just slowly adding recipes for all the all the sort of bits and pieces that we tend to use a lot of. So yeah, so we've upgraded our sword, we've got our magnet. So what I'd like to do today is get my slime sling, get my hang glider. So we explored over that way and found the dungeon. So I still believe there's something in the north and south directions as well. So we're going to go have a look. So let's head north first, I think. I think I've got everything I need, really. We should be fine. So we've already been to that temple before. And then if we keep going north, there's a mine shaft here, another temple. Oh, a little bit laggy, that's fine. Another temple we can have a look at. I really should put a waypoint on the base as well. Alright, here we go. I might just turn the light levels off, we don't really need them. Down here, break you. Chest, 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 chest. Good, no trap chests. What was the button we set? Z, that's right. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot about the night vision. Alright, we got some stuff. Was that a... No, it was just a modest drone. More modest drones and some more iridium shards, we're alright. Okay, let me get some crates going. So we'll put all this stuff away. You back, and then just pick all this stuff up. Alright, cool. Very good. Oh, and there's the magnet working as well. Nope. There we go. Okay. Where's the... Here's the exit. Sun's going down too, and I have a bed. Probably best to just keep skipping the night until we know what's actually going on. Are those passive mobs there? That's because they're grey. Aren't the grey mobs passive? Why would there be passive mobs here? Alright, we're digging down. We have to investigate. Oil sand. Oh, there's oil. Oh, shoot. Awesome. I didn't know we could find oil. So those must be squid. There must be squid in the oil. Wow. I didn't know we could get them. Oh yeah, look at them all freaking out. Yeah. I bet those are squid. Alright, let's put a waypoint here. Oil well. Oh god, I cannot spell. Nice. Alright, I doubt that's the actual thing to the north though, so let's keep going. We'll try and make sure we're roughly straight up from the airship, from the spaceship. 2 more dungeons. Oh, more oil sand. Okay, maybe oil is the thing that's up this way. Ow. Alright, let's see what this dungeon's got for us as well. Oh no, slime. Oh good, he died. Whew. Oh! Wait, what? Where the hell did that creeper come from? Holy crap. Well, luckily we do have our bags, so... Wow, okay. That's a bit annoying. Where did that creeper even come from? I'll put that in there. Alright, I'll, actually, before I go get my stuff, let's get... we need a pickaxe. We'll probably need that sand to get down there. Actually, no, we won't. We've got a thing. We'll probably put the magnum torch down this time. Try and keep us safe, and might pay to put the shield on. And the other thing I want to do is make another upgrade for our bag. Return to the upgrade. There we go, because that is incredibly helpful. Alright, I'll head back over there and let's get our stuff back.